So bad things happen every day, and it's your job to make sure some good things happen too. And I say that again, I don't think I ever said it quite that way before. Bad things are gonna happen every day of your life, something is gonna happen. Bad things happen every day. But it's your responsibility to make sure that some good things happen too. That won't happen accidentally. You have to go earn that. You have to go create success. So anybody that just had success handed to them, they find a way to fuck it up. The ones that had to go earn it tend to hold on to it longer. So just a few thoughts for you folks, just a few thoughts. But yeah, and some of you are doing very well, and you're doing the right things to do better and better. And yeah, you're going to be well rewarded in life. And the people that don't want to do that, then you're going to be in a very low place, doing not much, respected by nobody, including yourself. This is an interesting thought. I hear people talk to me sometimes about confidence or self-esteem. It's like, how would a person feel confident if they're not competent? I always say to them, it's like, well, confidence is something happens after you worked hard and you developed a competency. You've earned a skill.
Yeah.
Now you feel confident in that area.
Yeah.
And then if you go earn another skill, you'll feel confident there in those two areas. And now you for a third one and a fourth one. And by the time you have, 4 or 5, 6 pretty deep skill sets, which almost nobody does, then that person just feels confident in general because they're good at a lot of fucking things now.
Yeah.
And how would a person feel confident without doing things that would make them a more competent, able-bodied, strong person?
Yeah, I don't understand too. But that's why, again, in our field, that's where training comes, That's why you need to be consistent, and that's why you need to show up in training, and that's why you need to always do the extra work. When everybody already pick up their bags after training, go to the shower room, you're still on the floor doing your stuff. And I think in fighting, confidence is one of the most important things, In a life too, you want to come into a room and you want everybody to know that you're in that room. Mm-hmm. That's as a man, that's very important. I think that feeling is very important. And that's the feeling also when you fight, that feeling that you fight another human being without anybody involving, just him and you. Yeah, there's a referee who steps in sometimes, but most of the time it's just him and you, and the purest form, really. And that gets you confident. And also when you lose your confidence, when you lose a fight, but then finding it back due to training and maybe work a little bit different, but it always goes with hard work. It always goes with like trying to prove yourself. It always goes with putting everything, all your effort in there. And then again, that feeling of confidence that you walk out there, that you know that you did all the stuff, what you had to do to compete against another human being. And then we will see what's going to happen in that ring or in that cage, And I think the same thing. I think the same thing goes through life. Maybe we are taught, but that's sometimes the confidence that you get when you feel that maybe people look at you a different way because you look a little different or whatever they think about you. But just the feeling that you have that's confident. And I think also when you walk into a room or when you walk somewhere, that people see that. And you don't need to be a fighter for that, but you need to just be, like you said, competent and confident. That's for me one of the main keys in fighting. When somebody's confident, that's the first problem you have to handle. You have to break that confidence and go from there.
Yeah, I think that's a topic that people are utterly lied to about. This, like, oh, you feel confident just because you're alive. Like you're a unique and special person. You deserve to feel great about yourself. Well, no, if you don't do something worth feeling great about, why would you feel great about yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, just think that through, folks. If you don't engage in behaviors that are worth feeling great about, why would you feel great? You have to engage in behaviors that make you unique and special. If you want to be, how Henry said, like, if you want to walk into the room and people know, oh, that guy is special, that guy is different. Well, you have to engage in some behaviors and earn some skills and have some accomplishments that the other men would admire. You have to be the type of man that other men would like to be, and other women would like to have the, oh, that's my man. You have to be that type of man. So if you want the best women, you have to behave in a way. You have to. That's not a facade. You have to be the type of man that other women would desire, and men would admire. High quality men would admire that guy. High quality women would desire that guy. There's no shortcut. That is the shortcut, is accepting the path and engaging in the right behaviors consistently to earn your place. And if you don't want to earn your place on top, then you'll just accept a place on the bottom. And somebody else will take those top places, and that'll be fine. They won't mind. They'll never think about you. But they will be living in the house that you could have been living in. They will be sleeping with the woman that you could have been sleeping with. They're going to have a nice vehicle, probably. Probably they're going to have a nice vehicle. A lot of successful guys do. Going to have a nice watch that you could have been wearing, in the car that you could have been riding in, holding hands with the woman that could have been your wife, could have been your woman. But you were too much of a to get up and go do the things you're supposed to do. What time we been training until the last couple nights? What time we leave the training?
Well, I mean, the first night we were busy to 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday we made it early too.
Yeah, early.
And then we sit down and we still recap the training a little bit. And but we were joking about it. It's kind of fun because I said you bring me into a jet lag, because my back home I wake up so early and go to bed a little early, and here my rhythm is off, but I do the same things but on different hours. So my body had to get used to it. But again, we're doing what we like, especially. So for me, it's never too late, especially when we're talking about certain kind of stuff. The training physically is good, but when we talk about techniques or we talk about maybe ideas that we have, then there's no real time. Before you know it, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You sleep a couple hours, you wake up, and we do the same thing again. So
I did that the last couple nights, and I know you have too, but I slept about a little over 5 hours last night. The night before, I slept about 4 hours. And I got some weights to lift, and we got some training to do.
Yep.
So we're going to get off this call in a minute, and we're going to go do some more physical things. And then we're probably going to do some psychological things and talk about it. And then I have a meeting, and then tomorrow we're going to wake up and do it again. And then I got to fly. And then I have more in-person meetings. So that's what it is, man. It's like, when somebody else, I didn't sleep enough, I didn't eat right, my tummy hurts, my toe hurts, or whatever. It's like, that's life.
Yeah.
That's how life is.
I had a rough night, so I'm not coming in today. Please don't come in. Don't come in. Just don't come in anymore.
But that's a nice way to end. It's like that's what it is. If you're if you're the type of person that's earned a good place in the world, and Henry has, he won many championships, defended his belt 27 times, 28-time champion, been around. How many people you helped get to a belt at, in boxing or UFC or the other big organizations? A dozen or so.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, I was around great fighters. Worked with really from young on with the best fighters in the world. So. Yeah, I'm doing this now for close to 40 years. So been in every country, worked with so many big high-level champions. And again, the one thing that I all have in common, all these guys, and I keep saying the same thing, it's not a technique, it's not this, no, it's the work ethic and it's the consistency, You need to be just consistent, otherwise the competition just eats you up, Mm-hmm. So that's what all the big champions do. They do the extra work, and the results come, You
watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.